The following is a case report of a Class 4 direct restoration utilizing point 4. Here we have a fractured maxillary right central on a 74 years young female patient. Shade selection was performed at a previous visit to prevent improper color matching due to dehydration. A chamfer was placed approximately 3/10 of a millimeter in depth, extending 2 to 3 millimeters long around the entire margin. Then, a scalloped bevel on the chamfer was placed to break up the straight chamfer line. The gingival margin is beveled 0.5 millimeters if it is on the enamel. The lingual aspect of the chamfer was extended 2 millimeters onto the lingual surface, but not onto the occlusal contact area. It should not end on the occlusal contact area unless relocating it on the contact-free area would require excessive reduction of healthy tooth structure. The preparation is scrubbed with a disinfectant. For a more effective cleansing action, a mixture of slurry of pumice and a 2% chlorhexidine can be used. For removal of a resistant stain and debris, a coarse finishing disc can be used. The preparation is etched or conditioned for 15 seconds with a 37.5% phosphoric acid and rinsed for 5 seconds. The etch should be extended several millimeters beyond the bevels. It is imperative to protect the adjacent teeth from the etchant with a mylar strip. The single component Optibond Solo Plus is applied with a brush or a microbrush disposable applicator for 20 seconds with a continuous motion. The adhesive is lightly air dried for 5 seconds. A mylar strip is used to keep the adhesive off the adjacent teeth. The first layer, the artificial dentin body of C1 shaded composite resin 0.4, was applied and contoured with a long-bladed composite instrument and smoothed out with an artist's sable brush. Since surface irregularities could interfere with placement of tints for internal characterizations, this step was crucial. This composite layer was polymerized with a curing unit and Optilux 501 Dimetron for 40 seconds on the facial and the lingual aspects respectively. In order to prevent overbuilding of the artificial dentin layer, it is imperative to monitor the composite placement from the incisal aspect so as to provide adequate space for the final artificial enamel layer. A diluted ochre tint was applied to mirror the contralateral central and adjust the chroma of the composite and the tooth interface. To recreate the natural translucency of the enamel, the final layer, the artificial enamel of T2 shaded composite 0.4, was applied and contoured with a long-bladed composite instrument and smoothed with an artist's sable brush. This layer is a principal determinant of the value of the restored tooth and is selected to correspond to the contralateral teeth. As we know, the artificial dentin imparts all of the color of the tooth. It determines its hue and chroma, and the artificial enamel acts as a fiber optic structure that conducts light through the rods to capture this color, and it determines its value. Therefore, by understanding these dimensions, color, properties of composites, and the morphology of the tooth, the clinician can produce restorations with a more natural appearance. The following are final restorations immediately postoperative.